What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, your host with the most. Your boy Dub Q is in the building, and I'd like to take this time to welcome y'all on into the Black Cat Panther podcast. Y'all already see what time it is, man. I'm an outlaw today. So, without further ado, the running back room in Carolina Panthers territory is starting to get a little bit full. So, what does that mean with the addition of Rashard Petty? Look, the former Seattle Seahawk is coming on in after he was a strong runner back in the day with Philly, back in the day with Seattle. He's been a bit of a guy that's traveled from side to side, coast to coast. But coming into this Carolina Panther room, he brings a guy that's deft, strong, power. A power running back that can come in and power it up on short yardage and completions that we need. And that's something that the Carolina Panthers did not have last year. So first and foremost, shout out to Dan Morgan for coming on in here and uplifting this running back room in a area that I thought was a weakness last year has now turned into almost a strength. Yes, running back one now is Chuba Hubbard with Jonathan Brooks. Between the two, I'm figuring that Brooks is going to take it over in the middle of the season at some point. Like I said, this guy is going to be active and healthy at the start of camp. So I can't wait to see what he would bring to the table. I think the future is Jonathan Brooks at the running back position. Chuba Hubbard, like I said, I'm going to be real with you. With them bringing in Rashard Petty, you already had Blackshear here. You already had Spencer Brown, Tyreek Cohen. You had a bevy of guys in this room, but no one has seemed to pull out per se. No one seems to stand out. And I'm going to make it known right here. One of my favorites from last year was Spencer Brown, who we seen at some point in time was on our roster, then went to the practice squad, and then was picked up by the Buffalo Bills last year and played in the playoffs for a little while. To only be picked up again by the Carolina Panthers, that's a sleeper for me. I don't think everybody realized his importance to the power run game and his value that he brings. But in last year's preseason and for the majority of the season that we saw him with Buffalo, he was a very good runner. So it's good to have Spencer Brown back on this roster. Also as well, like I said, I think Miles Sanders will probably be the odd man out. They owe him so much money. It's around like $23 million. But the odd thing is if there's anybody in this running back room that's going to get the boot and is going to get it quick, it'll probably be Miles Sanders. Be it as it may, he's a guy that can come out, catch passes in the backfield, but he hasn't been as consistent as the Carolina Panthers would hope for in his tenure here. So, with that being said, Chuba Hubbard is, like I said, once again, is running back one. Jonathan Brooks is running back number two for the moment. We look for him to eclipse him at some point in time. That's the guy that you want to spend your high second round draft pick on. He's going to be the guy that you let the horses run with. Miles Sanders is another guy I think is going to be headed out of the door to make room for a guy like either Blackshear or either Spencer Brown to elevate themselves. Because the name of the game for the style of play that we want to play is having a power feature back, a one-cut type of back that can come in, power this ball up, and get yards. The number one thing we didn't have last year, we had two scat backs. And if anybody know what a scat back is, they catch out of the backfield, and they don't particularly run between the tackles too well. They can do it, but it's not a strength. You want a guy that's a little bit stronger, a little bit bulkier, can come up here and run between the tackles. So like I said, the Carolina Panthers did just that by bringing in Jonathan Brooks, as well as bringing Spencer Brown back. And also, like I said, you already had Blackshear here, who's going to be on special teams. They're bringing a guy named Mike Boone as well that they got from Houston. Look for him to make some kind of special teams move as well. But Tyreek Cohen is coming back off of his injury. It's going to be a running back room that's going to have a lot of competition in the room. And I look for Chuba, Jonathan Brooks, potentially Spencer Brown, and it's going to be between Blackshear and Boone on the four that we probably take after camp. So yeah, make no mistake about it. Y'all in the right place. The running back is the topic of the day. Put it down in the comments right now. How y'all feeling about the running back room? Is it full? What does the addition of Rashard Petty means? Where exactly do he aligns in? Is he running back number 3? Because are you going to put him, like I said, behind Brooks and Hubbard? Or are you going to elevate him just slightly a little bit until Brooks is ready and try to transition him along because he do have he is coming off an injury, and maybe if the timetable is not correct, maybe they look to potentially say, hey, take your time, young fella. We're gonna bring in Petty to give you time to get yourself going. So hey, who knows? This may be an insurance policy. But if you like the content that we're talking today, make sure you come on back in, comment, like, subscribe, man. It's your boy Dub Q, and I'd like to welcome you guys to the Black Cat Panther Podcast.